I was asked by one of our viewers, basically they want to know about the Arca-Swiss mounting system on my EOS handle that I did a beautiful video on. As you can see, it's still on there. And they're concerned about the shape, mounting, and so on. I haven't had any issues with that. So in order to, basically expand upon how this all works, I took the ball head off my tripod, which I also have a video on. I'll probably link that at the end of this video. It's a newer product tripod with a nice, beautiful ball head and the Arca-Swiss mounting system. And as you can see here, it has a clamp on it, a level. It's quite handy. It works quite well, and it fits this system perfectly. So things to note. First of all, yes, you're right. The plate on here is a different shape than a regular plate. Here's the plate off the ball head. As you can see, it does definitely look bigger and different, but what counts is the bottom. And on the bottom, you'll see that there's a clamp, the hooks on the clamp hook into these ridges right here, these parallel ridges, which are basically here on this camera. So, and they're the same size. So it doesn't matter that it's a different shape. It actually mounts no problem. Now, you'll notice on this plate that there's two little studs here on it as well. And what happens with those studs is they fall into these little divots on the actual clamp, and they stop it from moving from left to right. Okay, that's the difference here. This Arca-Swiss system here on this camera, or clamp, or fitting on this camera plate, does not have those. So when you put it on the actual Arca-Swiss plate, like I'll show you here, actually that's backwards, we're going to put it this way. And actually, no, sorry. This is the way it should go. And when you put it down and clamp it on, if you don't clamp it tight, you can actually move the plate all the way off. It will slide from one side to the other right off. So your camera, if it wasn't tight on the Arca-Swiss plate, see if I can get you a better view on that. Basically, it could slide off your tripod right onto the ground or anywhere else. So that's one thing you need to make sure is when you mount this handle on an Arca-Swiss system that you tighten it down and it's secure correctly. But once it's tightened down, it's not going anywhere. So what I'll do here is I'll take the actual handle off the EOS and that just requires the Allen key, or even just a coin will do just fine. And this will be the first time since I did the last video I took it off. That's how much I like this system. Oh, one more thing here so you can see. The whole point of this cutout is to allow the door to open to get at the battery. Okay, they wouldn't have put this cutout here otherwise. It actually allows you to pull the battery out without actually having any problem, and leaving the handle on the camera 100% of the time. So that's why that L-shaped cutout is there on this plate. So let's take that off. And let's mount it up here. And pretty straightforward. Again, well, let me get the screw out of the way. There we go. And the screw does come off if you want it off. I don't know why you'd want it off, but basically it just mounts on like so, and there it is. Now, again, you're gonna have to, like I said, it gives you a free play on where you want it on the plate, as far as you can move it in that direction and also all the way in that direction. That gives it less grip on the actual plate, but it does give you movement capability on the plate for whatever reason you may need it. And the one reason I use it and need it the most is, again, if you look at the battery door. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Okay, if you look at where the door for the battery would be here, it opens up that way. So if you put the plate here, obviously at this point you're not going to be able to open the battery. But again, just loosen it up, slide it over, lock it down. Again, perfect, right? Now, if you want to mount the plate like this one onto this actual bracket, it's really nice because they gave you this quarter 20 threaded hole here, a tap hole, that you can just mount this plate on if you really want the plate on there. So we'll do that. There we go. And as you can see, I put a D-ring on this. It didn't come with a D-ring. So again, if you watch my video on the Neewer tripod, you'll see that I did that. So there we go. That's mounted on there. Nice and snug. And now you've got a standard plate on this handle. But again, see what happens here with this plate is that you can no longer open the battery door with that plate mounted. Now that's not a big deal. Like I said, it takes 2 seconds to remove. But now you have a standard Arca-Swiss plate on the bottom, and it fits the handle perfectly, as I said. Again, the only downside here is that you can't open the door once this plate, the second plate, is put on. The first plate works just fine, and but it doesn't lock it to the head as this does. See, it's here, it's loose, and you still can't move it from left to right. Even almost, okay, once you can remove it, of course, it's going to fall off, right? But before, if you got it loose and it doesn't come off, it will keep it from going from left to right because of these 2 little studs on the plate. But again, that's just showing you what you can do with this. You can actually mount any kind of plate you want to the bottom of this without any issue. The only problem that you may run into is that you're going to cover the battery opening port on the handle, and that will stop you from actually being able to remove the battery. But again, real easy fix for that. Take the plate off. Okay, plate is off. Mounting it on, simple. Just screw it down and you're locked in. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so that's the roundup on how to actually handle the Arca-Swiss mounting plate and bracket on this handle. It works really well on this grip. I mean, really, I've never taken this. This is the first time I've taken the grip off since I made the video putting it on the camera. I don't feel any need to actually be taking it off. There's really no reason. It just feels great on the camera. And as you can see, it's a very nice looking device. And it actually makes the EOS M so much easier to handle than just with the bare surface and the little rubber pad they give you on it here. You don't have much. It's much nicer with the handle on there. So that's it for my Arca-Swiss mounting on this beautiful handle. And again, it takes nothing to put this back on. Just put it on like that, screw it down, and you are done. I will link to the actual video on how this mounts and everything, how it looks on this camera and how it functions with this camera at the end of this video. So if you want to click on that, I will also link to the actual tripod that this ball head came off of video that I did if you're more interested in videos such as these. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section. And if you have any suggestions for videos that you might be interested in, I am all ears. That's it for my video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video and it helped you out in some way, do me a favor, click on the like button right down here. And if you wish to subscribe to my channel, just click on this link up here. And that should subscribe you to the Richard Lloyd channel, or Richard Lloyd USA channel. Okay, again, thank you very much for your time and watching.